Welcome to my channel Tic Tic Tac Toe. Today we will learn about Python inheritance. In the previous video we have learned about classes and objects. Now we will have the new class which inherits the another class. When a class inherits all the methods and properties from another class, then this is called inheritance. The class from which the new class is inherited is called parent class. This is like a normal class example we have done in our previous video. The new class which inherits the properties and methods from the parent class is called child class. Child class is also called derived class. As I said, creation of parent class is as usual as creating an ordinary or normal plain class. So, for example, let we run a program. So, this is our class city, then this is the init method, this is the function, this is the user defined method. Now we will create an object of this class, and this function of this class will be called here. So this is the parent class as usual class definition we have seen in the previous video. So this is printing the city is Delhi. So as desired, it is printing the result. So this is called the parent class. Till now it is not a parent class as no child class it has. So when we call a child class, then it will be a parent class. So now this is a class. Now we will make a child class. So here we make a child class, and then we will make an object of this child class. So this is the object, this is the child class city detail which inherits the class city. This city is this. So it will inherit the class, and we first, for simplicity, we do not add anything in the child class. We only add pass which do nothing. So in this class all the methods and properties of this city will be inherited in child class. So this child class, object of this child class is created, and then we will run the method of this child class. That means it will inherit from the parent class. So now this is parent class, this is child class, and this is the object of this child class, and this is the function which is called by the object of this child class. So now let's say, so it is doing the same thing. It will do the same work as parent class, as we do not include anything in the new child class. We can add one method in the child class. For example, we can add a method here. So we can add a method here in this child class. So it will inherit the init function, then it will inherit the first function, it will newly added the print population function. So now we will create an object of this child class, then we will call the function which is inherited from the parent function, and then we will call the function which is in the child class. Now let us see. So print population is working. So we can add a method in the child class as in this way. Now adding the init function to a child class. When we add init method in child class, the init function of the parent class will no longer be inherited. So in that case, this is, we define the init function here and we only initialize the population. So here, as self.name equal to name is not mentioned here, this is not working because the init function will not be inherited in this function if we mention init function. If we do not mention init function, then init will be working from the parent function, but if we mention init function, then it will dismiss the work of the parent init function and it will work only the task defined in the child's init function. So in that case, when we try to print the population and the name, let's see what happens. So it will assign the population in this case, so it can print the population but it cannot print the name because name is not present, not initialized in this init function, and the parent's init function is not working here, so this is giving error. So it is needed to inherit the init function of parent function. To do so, we have to mention that we want to include that parent's init function. So in that case, we have to mention that in this init function that we have to init ct.init function. So when we mention that ct.init function will be inherited in this init function, then this will work. Let's see, this will work. It will call the init function of parent function. This can be replaced by super bracket. So in case of, if we do not mention the parent's name, only you mention the super, then we have to delete this self parameter. Then we can add this super, means the parent's init function will be inherited in this function. So super and ct will do the same thing, only we have to remove the self parameter. Now let's try, it is working. So we can call the parent function using super or using the name of the parent function. As we can add method to the new class, we can also add properties to the child class, where initial properties are assigned by the parent class. For example, here by using super we have inherited the properties of a parent class. Then we add a property self.country equal to India. Then we print y.country. Y is the object of the child class, and then we will print the object of property of country. So what is the output? So it is printing the output. We can also add this as the parameter of this child class. To do so, we have to mention here country equal to country, and in this case we have to add a parameter country, then it will, and we have to pass a parameter for country. Now let's see. So it is working. So we can pass it as a parameter or we can initialize it. So in this way we can add properties to the new child class, we can add methods to the new child class, we can inherit how much init function we want to add from the parent class and we can add new properties. Today is up to this. I think you all understand what is inheritance and how to write code using inheritance. Meet you in the next video. Till then, practice more Python programming with inheritance. If you have any query, let me know in the comment section. If you find this useful, then subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching this video.